Let's look at a movie. La Vie en Rose is the sad and sorry story of Edith Piaf, the French popular singer who in the 50s became the most highly paid performer in the world. Unfortunately, to understand and fully appreciate this maddeningly disjointed film, you need to already know about her and her life because it jumps back and forth between old age, childhood, and middle age so much that it can give the audience mal de mer. Old age? Hardly. Piaf died in 1963 at age 47, but considering the hardships she lived through and the unsavory company she kept, she was lucky to live even that long. Now, jumping back and forth in time is a filmmaking technique these days that is a la mode and almost de rigueur, but sometimes the old-fashioned start-to-finish storytelling technique would serve the filmmakers best. It certainly would have in this choppy film with its relatively unfamiliar subject, French language with subtitles, and unfamiliar characters, too many of whom are named Louis. Edith Piaf was born in 1915 as Edith Giovanna Gazion and was abandoned at birth by her mother and raised at various stages by her grandmother, her father, and by prostitutes in a brothel. And not only that, but she was also blind for 4 years as a child. Her father was a contortionist in a traveling circus, and when he took his act on the street for spare change, Edith accompanied him, and she too began to perform for her supper. Eventually, she was discovered by a nightclub owner, given the name Piaf, which is French slang for sparrow, and she became successful and famous. On one trip back from the United States, a reporter asks, "What did you bring back from America?" And she answers, "An American." Piaf was stubborn, insisted on living life by her rules, and perhaps she did deserve that considering the beginnings of her unhappy life. Even so, her singing can still take your breath away, and although La Vie en Rose is one of her signature songs, its happy message isn't really a reflection of her own life, which is more summed up by another signature song of hers, Non, je ne regrette rien, which, like this film, leads up to nothing. La Vie en Rose, the film, unfortunately, leads up to curiosity more than homage. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.